Was I the most thrilled for Deadpool and Wolverine? My name's Elisa. If you've never met me, my name's Elisa. So Deadpool and Wolverine came out Friday. And Friday I saw Deadpool and Wolverine. I like Deadpool. I like Wolverine. I did not see this collab, if I were to look in the future back in the past. But the dualities of the personalities, it tickled my fancy. But there's just a few things about the Deadpool and Wolverine experience that made it what it is for me, and that is what we're going to talk about today in this video. So the first thing that really stood out to me was the community of it all. I have said it before. I will say it until the end of time. Big movie releases, particularly Marvel movie releases, opening night, there is nothing like that energy of the super fans. I'm not even a super fan, but I'm going to be in there slurping all the goodness up. And even if it's not a Marvel movie and you go to a movie on opening night, you're going to be there with the movie lovers. And there's nothing better than watching a movie with movie experts. There is nothing better. But particularly Marvel fans. They're showing up in the outfits. They're showing up with the masks. We've got the red team over here. We've got the yellow team over here. We've got people who one half of them is red, one half of them is yellow. And I went at 1:30 on a Friday. That shit was packed out. But we are in there laughing together. We're wooing together. We're gasping together. My giggles are bouncing off my neighbors' giggles. You know what I'm saying? I'm asking them for napkins. They're asking me for a little popcorn. I don't even know them. That is why I show up. And don't even get me started about Nicole Kidman's sparkly leg band. I start the wave of applause every single time I see that foot. Every time. The collective is collecting in a theater to collectively feel excited, to be entertained. We're all there for the same reason. And it never gets old. Next, I want to talk about the comedy and the action of it all. I haven't seen Deadpool in a bit. I haven't seen Wolverine in a bit. Now, I've seen them, and I know there's a couple people that are like, I haven't seen it before. To be honest, just watch the last one of each. You'll be good to go. The writers put the U in the MCU. You know what I'm saying? Like, the U is very, very large. And I would even argue you should know just a little bit about the actors that you're going to see, just so some stuff doesn't go over your head. Entertaining nonetheless. And in the comments, let me know, is this the first Disney movie to drop the F-bomb? Period, but they did it a lot. Like a lot. I was actually shocked. I was looking around is this is there clearance? Superhero movies does appeal to adults, and this was just the first time that it felt like this was for adults. Now, obviously kids love Deadpool and love Wolverine, and take your kids if you want, but just know if they're in that parrot phase where they copy everything, I maybe wouldn't bring them to this one. But I don't know. I think my kids are probably going to drop the F-bomb from an early age. I think it just really shows expression. So do what you will with that information. It was a 2-hour, 2-minute runtime. It was not very slow. It actually really started with the action. And I would rate the action an 8.5 out of 10. When I go to see an action movie, I love to see the choreography of it all. I love to see the bird's eye view of it all. And we definitely got that on multiple occasions. I really couldn't have asked for more. Before I watched, I was like, who the hell are they even going to be fighting? But then, you guys, they fought everybody. Speaking of everybody, the cameos. Marvel, they do it every time. And I'm just surprised every time. And that's another reason why going with Community, because we're all gasping at the same time, screaming at the same time. The comedy for me, I'm going to rate it an 8 out of 10. It was actually very comical. and it was pushing like being a little bit too much. It did not cross that line for me, but I love that Disney like let them take the reins a little bit. Let them do something new and dynamic for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The plot. Okay, so I watched the movie twice, and I'm not gonna lie to you, that second time, it really gathered a lot of the loose ends for me. The first time, stuff did go over my head. And the first time I watched it in 3D, that was an accident, you guys. I'm 20 fucking 6. I don't really care for 3D anymore, but I will say when I watched the second time, it was with captions, so thank you AMC. Never stop the closed caption viewing. That I am in that demographic, the zillennial and up demographic. I think that the plot was well thought out. I even want to say they plant some seeds for the future, which I love that about Marvel. They didn't do it as much as the other like MCU movies, but the character development was excellent. The protagonist, the antagonists were very, very clear. The secondary characters really carried the story, and it's good that they did because there were like two main characters. And also they did very good with like giving us backstory about the antagonist. Again, they put the U in MCU. And lastly, I just want to give my opinion on Marvel as a whole. Honestly, the brand itself never ceases to amaze me. The creativity is always there. I think the CGI is very good. This time, I will say there were a couple of things where I was like, eh. But overall, the CGI is pretty good. The creativity woven into the storylines is just always epic. They do what they need to do with that big budget. And honestly, it's very inspiring. Even though 99% of people don't have that type of budget, I like that we have something like this to look up to. I like that they're giving the superhero brand a new feel. Obviously, so many adults go, and it felt like this was for adults, and I felt like watching it with adults and like being able to laugh at the crazy ass jokes. And like, I think that superhero movies may even start to move in this direction. Now, I won't say fully, because Disney is still Disney. The fact that they even got clearance to do a lot of what they did in the writing is huge, and it shows that it is 2024. I fuck with this movie the long way, you guys. I hope everybody gets the opportunity to watch this, and watch twice if you can. I rated this movie a 3.8 out of 5 on Letterboxd. Follow me there, it'll be linked below. I really think that's all that I have for you guys today. Form your own opinions, watch Deadpool and Wolverine, and I will see you back here